Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I want you to check out Bondy's Boutique and get some of my merch, y'all. I've added some new things like my mermaid cups and the mermaid tees, and also the Shake Them Tits mugs. All right, you asked for it, and you got it. Check out Bondy's merch at Bondy's Boutique.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for Iyanla Fix My Life. This episode started off with reality rehab. Okay, we're talking to 3 women who have been on reality TV, 2 of which we all know. Althea from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, she got her ass beat that year that Jocelyn did drugs right before the reunion, and that's what made them have all them security guards after that, because she fucked up everybody at that reunion, bitch. Okay, y'all remember Althea. Got pregnant by Benzino. Then they constantly have drama. Been on marriage boot camp. Child, they exhaust me. Althea exhausts me. Benzino exhausts me. I feel like something just recently happened with them online when like Benzino was something somebody found drugs on him or something like that. Child, I can't be bothered. I don't care to tell y'all the truth. But Althea, 37 years old, is on the show. Comes on there, can't even pronounce Iyanla's name. And I always thought, see, she gives off this real passive-aggressive energy until she pops off and becomes a crazy bitch. But I'm not fooled. I don't like Althea. Something about her spirit is fucked up. And this show, like, just only magnified the fact that something ain't right about Althea, okay? How the fuck you can't pronounce Iyanla? You on the show, Iyanla. How is that hard, bitch? Okay, like, I didn't understand. So then we get to Duchess, whose real name is Christiana. And we talk about how she 34 years old, was on 5 seasons of Black Ink Crew, and since then life has been hard for her. People been bullying her online. She tried to kill herself at some point, or thought about killing herself. It's just been a lot since she's been off the show. Then we also have 38-year-old Mignon, who was on the episode of Bridezilla where she got into a fist fight in some grass with her sister after her sister wanted some water and she threw a water bottle at her. And it's just, you know, it's brought a lot of negativity into their lives, y'all. And let me tell y'all, I can remember how excited I was to talk to the production company for Black Ink Crew after they had seen a couple of my reviews. And they called me and I talked to the guy who's over Big Fish, and they wanted me to do a reality show. And I was like, no. I was like, no thank you. And this is like, I feel like before, this was years ago, y'all. This was really a long time ago. Probably like Black Ink Crew's 2nd or 3rd season or something like that, and now we on season 7. So this was definitely a while ago. My mama was still working at VIP Luxury Hair. Shout out to Ashanti, okay? Like, when I get another weave, bitch, I'm coming to talk to you. But anyway, I just remember feeling like, no, like I spent 4 years in college, like, no. And that was a real feeling to me. Like, no, I'm not about to put my life on blast and have people, because I already was a person reviewing episodes, talking about people, seeing how people respond to people on reality shows. I was like, fuck no. And this episode made me feel like I made the right decision when I said no, because they give up so much and they hardly get anything in return. You barely get enough money to really put yourself on a map. You're not rich when you on one of these VH1 reality shows, unless you somebody like Candy or Rashida who turns it into a nickel, a coin, $1, and more. Then yeah, you've made, you know, a big buck off of being famous off of reality TV, but that's kind of few and far in between. For a lot of people, they get on these shows and they you know, put all their business out there. They have people talk bad about them and, you know, fuck up their marriages, fuck up their relationships, and then they get nothing in return. And you see them years later and wondering what the fuck they doing with their life, trying to get on another reality show, and everybody is like, oh bitch, somebody care about you. We barely cared the original time, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I'm glad I ain't, you know, I'm glad I didn't put on or try to make something pop just so I could be on a reality TV show that would have ended up ruining my fucking life in one way or another. I like the peace and quiet of my life for the most part, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, okay? I'm real chill around here. I do my videos, I clean my house, I tend to my dogs and my husband. I, you know, host every now and again. My family comes over and they're comfortable. We have a good time, bitch. It's a good life. Okay, now I wish I was getting a little bit more subscribers and making a little bit more money and able to do other things like host in the city and stuff like that. Maybe get on Q93. I don't know. Yeah, stuff like that I might want to do And I think that's where I'm headed, I guess. I'm not sure. I have no idea. All I know is I'm doing the best I can, okay? And I'm just gonna be me, and I'm just gonna keep showing the fuck up, because Iyanla said that we need to learn that just our presence is enough. And bitch, I'm on here, okay? So my presence is felt. So we gotta talk about the negativity, okay? We gotta talk about Duchess and, you know, her middle fingers and all of that, following behind scenes and the hood ratchetry of the show. We gotta talk about Mignon fighting her sister. We gotta talk about Althea getting arrested for popping Benzino in the face. And I'm like, really, Benzino? You called the police on her? Like, I just don't understand when people who do illegal shit call the police on their spouse. Like, nigga, I could have been called the police on you with all this coke in our garage, nigga. Anyway, look. And Iyanla asked Althea, why did she go on television? She said she wanted money and fame. And it's like, okay, you wanted money and fame, but you wanted money and fame how, bitch? Like, you know, like, what is your talent? Why did you want to be on television? What were you trying to sell us? And she was like, I'm a singer and I'm an actress and I have my SAG card. And Iyanla was like, bitch, you could pay $360 and get you a SAG card. That don't mean not a goddamn thing. Have you done an album? What have you done, bitch? And she said, yes, I did an album, but nobody really knows about it. And here's the thing, and this is the thing I've noticed. If you don't consistently put out music, you can't call yourself an artist. Like, you can't call yourself a musician if you're not really doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always give Cardi her pat on the back, because I feel like no matter what anybody says, that bitch is constantly coming out with music. Song after song after song. She ain't stopped yet, which means her 15 minutes will extend because she's putting in work. Whereas you see people calling themselves singers like Althea, never been classically trained, put out one album, bucked up because Def Jam signed her and she bought her first house when she was 19. Bitch, did you lose the house? Okay? Because you probably did. Alright? We didn't know you, so obviously you wasn't really doing nothing. I just kind of feel like you got on reality TV just because you wanted to be seen with no real plan, like Iyanla said, and then you get nothing out of it, and you give up so much. You give up self-respect, you give up your image, you give up how people see you, you give up peace of mind, you give up going to the grocery store without having people rolling their fucking eyes at you because they remember that season where you worked on their nerves for the last 7 episodes, bitch. Okay, so I kind of feel like Althea is too old to have this frame of mind. Like, it's like, is everything firing on all cylinders, bitch? Like, don't y'all just kind of feel like she don't always, you know, bitch, where you at? Like, I don't know. It just seems like she has some type of guard up in every way, shape, and form, and it's exhausting. Like, it's just really exhausting to watch. Because it's like, why are you here, bitch? Why are you here if you're going to constantly be this, I'm just, you know, whatever. Like, it's just, nothing is deep with her. Everything is on the surface, and I don't understand why, because you can honestly tell there's some shit going on. Now, here's when I got upset. She asked her how she got arrested, what she got arrested for. We all know she got arrested because she hit Benzino, and Benzino be on some punk nigga shit and gonna call the police on you, bitch, okay? I don't understand why y'all still fucking with each other after all these years. Y'all know y'all don't like one another. I just don't understand their relationship. I don't see any real love in their relationship at all. But they constantly bringing themselves back to each other. I feel sorry for that little baby that done been brought up in their bullshit. But she couldn't admit that she was charged with assault and battery. Like, just couldn't get it out. You're like, bitch, you don't remember? You went to jail. You look bad on that mugshot, which made you say, oh, always have on makeup when you gonna get arrested. Bitch, shut the fuck up, okay? It doesn't even matter if you have a good mugshot. The fact is, you have a mugshot. Depressing, sad. You look like shit. It should look like that. You should be ashamed of that shit. You shouldn't be sitting up there like, oh, I guess I should have had on makeup. Like, it just shows a lack of deep understanding of these things in life. People barely think about you. For you to spend most of your life worrying about what the fuck they think about you, it's just sad to me. You know what I mean? Like, even in doing YouTube, because I had to think about myself, y'all. I had to put myself in their shoes, and I do that a lot when I watch Iyanla. But I also am one of them people that realize that, okay, so now my money is being made off of whether people like me or not. That is kind of difficult because I was raised to feel like, oh, you don't like me? Well, I don't like you neither, bitch. Fuck you. Okay? It's difficult sometimes because you wonder if you are excluding people just because you don't want to give up something. You don't want to change how you say things. You don't want to change who you are so other people can be comfortable. But then it's kind of like you're catering to people in a way in this business. When you're entertaining people, you do videos, you want them to watch your content. But at the end of the day, like, I was raised to just be Brittany. And I'm going to be Brittany. I'm going to be myself. I was raised around people that cuss. I went into a field where everybody cuss, so we just fucking cuss, okay? So if you don't like it, then don't watch me, okay? If you don't like something about me, then click off. But you don't have to comment and tell me that you don't like me. Like somebody said, and we're going to get into this because somebody commented and talk about, oh, your skin is so distracting. Oh, you must be on your period, breaking out high and all of this shit. And it's like, you know, everybody breaks out. Nobody has perfect skin their whole entire life. And there was a time period before recently where I didn't have to wear any makeup because nothing was wrong with my skin at all. And, you know, I get a couple of breakouts because of my body changing with the birth control and all of that. And I gotta have people telling me about how I should eat, or telling me that, oh, you know, your face is distracting. And really, you want to see these people in person because you know they probably ugly as fuck. They probably have terrible skin themselves, or if they have good skin, they have fucked up. They have terrible personalities. Nobody gives a fuck about what they talking about. Like, you know, like they just sitting there being mad, hating because they know that you pretty, they know that you fine, they know you can sing, they know you entertaining, and you have nice teeth, and your hair is real, and your edges are there, and they are upset about that. So they want to find any little imperfection that you have and pinpoint it and talk about it and tell you how you a terrible person. Oh, you shouldn't even wake up in the morning because you ugly. Let me tell you something. Unless you doing this like I'm doing this, unless you putting your face on, you know, YouTube streets, okay, you have nothing to tell me about how I look. And even then, I don't give a fuck about what you feel about how I look. Sometimes I come on here without makeup, and sometimes I come on here with makeup because you just never know who's gonna see your videos. Okay? And it's important to put for, you know, a good foot. But at the end of the day, y'all, if I decide to come on here without makeup like I've done so many times before, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to know that I am enough. Okay? But Christiana and Althea and Mignon don't really get this. I think Mignon got it a little bit more than Althea and Duchess, but that's because she was only on one episode of Bridezilla, whereas Duchess had to deal with this on a whole nother level, even on a bigger level than Althea. I just think Althea is somebody that craves the attention, so she keep trying to get back on reality TV. She keep trying to be in the limelight, always with the bullshit. But I think Duchess just was like, okay, I'm running away from my family because I've had this structured life. My dad and my mom are structured. My grandparents are in the church heavy, and she was running away from that and wanted to rebel. You know, magna cum laude, graduated from college. Like, now you want to rebel, Duchess? Whatever. Okay, I'm like, bitch, you could have rebelled in college, okay? Duchess is trying to get away from this really structured family life and runs to New York to be on Black Ink Crew, gets into a relationship with C's, is trying to fill the holes of the old family with this new family, but none of the people on the show have had healthy family lives. None of them have had a healthy family situation. I think that they all in some way got what they wanted out the situation. Althea got fame and money for a minute, and she's still not happy, and you can tell. And until she wants to dig a little deeper and be honest about who she is and what she's feeling and what she doesn't know, she won't get the help, okay? She was the one who thought she didn't have a real problem. Bitch, you have all the problems as far as I'm concerned, okay? I think the fact that Althea is even on this show is telling of the fact that she has some things that she's just not ready to work through. Iyanla is starting to wonder if Althea is on the show because she just wants to be on a reality TV show, okay? And she says, no, I'm here to get help. I'm here to get help. Okay, so why don't you have a real reason for being here? Everybody else has a real reason for being here except you. And I think the reason is because you just want to be on television. Althea says that's not the reason why, and she wants to be famous for doing something great. She don't know what the fuck that great thing is. All she know is she can sing, and she got her SAG card. I'm just like, girl, you just lackluster as fuck. No real like, you don't try hard enough as far as I'm concerned. For all of the things you gave up to be on reality TV, for all of the things that you put yourself through, I don't understand why you couldn't put half of that fucking energy into your singing career for real. Instead of fighting with Jocelyn and fighting with Benzino and getting arrested, your ass should have been in somebody's vocal lessons, in somebody's studio, putting out music. You got people looking at you, but you're not using your talent. And you're just not. You're not using your talent. You're not really trying to push forward, but then you expecting some type of result. Iyanla wants her to understand that things don't come to you, they come through you. And when they come through you, it's based off of what you decide to put into it and not what other people expect for you to put into it. Because when things are coming to you, it's because somebody else decided that you should have this because they want you to do it this way or they want you to do it that way. It's not supposed to be like that, sis. And at 38 years old, you would think that Althea would have figured some of this shit out. I'm just saying, y'all. That bitch is too old for some of the conversations we was having with her on this show. But she started to cry and she said she already don't like Miss Iyanla. It's like, bitch, don't worry, we don't like you neither. Iyanla said, I give you permission to fight with me and argue with me because it's going to be hard, but I'm going to win. And I'm like, girl, that's if she stay. Because she ain't gonna stay. Y'all, then we talk about Mignon fighting with her sister over some water. Sister show they don't talk. She and her husband, who she said if he didn't do what she told him to do, that they would not be together. I guess, you know, he didn't do what she wanted him to do because they're not together no more. And she says they never shouldn't have gotten married in the first place. And the only reason they got married is because he asked. And that's playing on the fact that women just want to be chosen. There's something in us that we want to be chosen. So when a man comes at us correct, we will respond to that. Because we just want to be chosen. And I thought, you know, I was like, there is a part of me that finds so much pride in being married, and not just because it's hard and, you know, me and my husband shit is real and all of that, and, you know, we've made it thus far without a lot of the pitfalls that people, you know, fall into when they're in relationships and shit like that. Even shit we've dealt with in previous relationships we don't deal with one another, and that's all great and everything. But another thing is that he wanted to marry me, that he chose me, that I chose him. That's the important thing. And women sometimes want to feel that. So we will do things like marry niggas we ain't in love with because nobody else is around asking us with a ring. And I thought that was kind of sad. But we gonna move on, y'all. So Christiana, aka Duchess, like I said, was looking for validation from other people outside of her family. Gets on the show, everything goes down on the show, she gets off the show, and then she's being bullied and wants to kill herself. And people are, y'all know she used to have, like, you know, crusty lips, so we used to talk about the crusty lips and stuff like that. And then she said, you know, whenever she would be her normal self, they didn't want that. That was boring. But whenever she cussing somebody out or acting a fucking fool or playing a villain for this episode, then, you know, they love her and want her on the show. And I understand that. I totally understand that. It is that bullshit. And that's why I always try to be in her corner a little bit, even if I had to talk shit about her or talk about something she did that I didn't agree with. I always still tried to be like rah for Duchess, because I see myself in her in the way that I know where she comes from. I know that she has tried hard to make a space for herself, but she got caught up. She got caught up fucking with a nigga who wanted to be in the limelight. And he over here with new teeth and a new car and lost weight and shit like that. And you on Iyanla trying to fix your life. But I bet you any money that that girl is going to find peace in her mind and in her soul before C's do. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's the realization, y'all. Because, you know, sometimes C's be with the subliminals that make me feel like life ain't all, you know, happy because you got money and shit now. Also, Duchess talked about how she lost relationships with her family members because of the show. I don't know how much of that I feel is true, because I feel like even though, you know, you wasn't around them all the time and y'all might have had beef over things that happened on the show, your mama always came to bat for you, your sisters was always ready to fight somebody on your behalf, they still love you and they were still down for you. You was, you know, removing yourself from the situation, but I don't know if I could really say that's because of reality TV. I think that's because you needed to separate yourself from your family in order to find your own independence. And what ended up happening was, in that independence, you found yourself on a reality show that was only there to magnify the negative things about your personality in order to make a good television show, but that's not good for your spirit. And it's not good for you as a person. And she said it. She said that she doesn't think reality TV is that great because it's not real. And you put real people in fake situations and want them to react in a certain way, and then people get mad at them. People don't get mad at the television show. They don't get mad at producers. They don't get mad at the directors. They get mad at the person that is on the show. I think that reality TV needs to be called something else, because it's not reality, and people need to know that some of this shit is not real. And I mean to the point where, you know, like we do with actors, sometimes you might be mad at an actor, but nobody about to be hating on Michael B. Jordan for being Killmonger, okay? Like, nobody's really going to hate, you know, Cuba Gooding Jr. for playing a bad guy in a movie or some shit like that. It might be for, you know, his life choices. You know what I'm saying? You know, Snoop Dogg was the villain in Baby Boy. We still love Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of us having to redefine what reality TV is. If it's not real, stop saying it's fucking real. But if y'all really arguing and fighting and shit like that, don't be trying to act like the producers made y'all do it. I'm just saying. A lot of the times y'all get into these arguments and they just make y'all retape the shit. Iyanla says that what the real issue is what drove them to reality TV in the first place. Because reality TV is only the drug. But what caused you to get there? Iyanla brings up Althea posting a video on set. Okay, now she not supposed to do that. They told her at the hotel, do not post while you are here getting your healing. It's a television show, but we also don't want people to know who on the show before we ready to release the shit. And she still got her ass online and was telling everybody, oh, look, y'all, I made Iyanla fix my life. Can't even pronounce the lady fucking name. And Iyanla is like, see, this makes me feel like you just here for television. Because if you was here for real healing, you wouldn't be posting this online. And then Althea lies and says that she was never told that she couldn't post. And they asked the producers, and the producers was like, yes, we did tell her that it's not actual factual. We told her she couldn't post and she still posted. Okay, so don't be trying to blame production, bitch, because y'all love to do that. Y'all, she's still mispronouncing the Iyanla name. I wanted to smack the fuck out of her because I feel like that's that passive aggressive disrespectful shit where you want to keep mispronouncing her name to try to make it seem like you don't know who the fuck she is, but here you are on her show needing her help. Anyway, Iyanla says that she's in denial and she needs to tell the damn truth, and I said the same thing. It's written all over her face. All right. Iyanla says, have you mastered your skill, your talent? She said, yes, I think I've mastered my talent. Bitch, no, you haven't. If all you have is that one album from when you was 19, bitch, you have not mastered your talent. And Iyanla says that, where has your talent gotten you? And she's like, you know, it's gotten me, you know, it got me my first house at 19 and all of this shit. And Iyanla is like, no, baby, no. You telling me about, you know, outside shit. You telling me about a house. What did it get you in here, Anime? What did it get you in here? Okay? Like, she's just having a hard time. I mean, y'all says that you really need to take in what she's saying, but Althea is not taking it in at all. So then they do this cost-benefit analysis where they talk about what you gave up on this reality show for what you got in return. And a lot of them gave up a lot of shit for absolutely nothing at all. To be on television and get a whole bunch of subscribers or, you know, followers on Instagram, but then have people just talk about you like a fucking dog, and it don't always translate to dollars. You gave up your relationships, dignity, self-respect, dreams, self-love, gave away all of this shit for free, basically, to be on somebody's network on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. I just can't. Iyanla wanted to remove their makeup. So she goes to everybody and says, I want y'all to remove y'all makeup. Duchess had a hard time with this because Duchess has been made fun of because of her skin. There were times when she was on the show and she didn't have no makeup on because we be like, bitch, okay, I moisturize, I ain't ashy nowhere, I'm alright. Like, that's how you feel. And then you get on television, everybody like, ugh, look at her skin while they sitting at home with cystic acne all over their fucking forehead, sitting up there talking about your acne. Ugly, fat, no healthy eating bitches always want to talk about somebody behind a motherfucking keyboard. Talk to me face to face, ho. I'm sorry, y'all, I got into it for a second because you know, somebody, you know, because they always want to try to like grandstand. People like to come to you with the shits because they try to make it seem like in some way they want to be superior to you, whether they smarter than you or they have, you know, a better personality. Whatever they say, they always trying to make it seem like they better than you in some type of way while they sit there faceless. Okay, on their fucking Avi talking about you. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but you got to take the good and the bad when you get involved in this shit, and you have to learn how to not be moved by people. So Iyanla had to talk to Duchess and tell her to take her makeup off. It's gonna be all right. When Duchess took that makeup off, I said, bitch, you got like 1, 2, 3 little light marks here there. Girl, you look great without that fucking makeup. And if anybody got anything to say about it, tell them to suck the dick you don't have, and hopefully it'll have something in it so it can fix their fucking skin, okay? Give you some salicylic acid in its sperm hole. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But I can't stand when people do shit like that because I feel like there's no need to say it. In real life, you look at people and be like, oh, you know, her skin breaking out. You might think it, but you don't need to say it. They know. They saw themselves, and there's nothing we could do about it right now, bitch. So what do you want, okay? Either way, she eventually took her makeup on. they take it off. They rejoin Iyanla, and we find out that Althea left, and all she care about is that they gonna edit what they got. All she care about is television, and television don't care about her. Okay, I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. We don't care, Althea. If you would have really got some healing and this really would have hit home for you, you probably would have done way better than how you did right now. Girl, we don't give a fuck. Moving along. So they gotta learn how to deal with other people's fucked up opinions, especially when they fucked up opinions don't even matter. Like, who cares what you have to say about me? I don't know you. Go that way. Anyway, so yeah, they basically have to understand that their self-worth is what's important, what matters to them, not what matters to other people, and stop seeking validation from outside sources. Somebody said that about me. They was like, you on here seeking outside validation, da 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 da, and I'm just like, okay, I'm a YouTuber, bitch. So the outside validation is y'all liking my channel so that I can make more money, so that I can live a better life. Yeah, okay, fine. If you want to look at it like that. But at the end of the day, whatever I say, whatever I choose to do on my channel is my choice. If I decide to go do fucking Lyft and quit YouTube, that'll be my choice as well. I'm not going to be prisoner to anybody else's opinions about me. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna do me. If you fuck with it, I'm happy. I'm happy to see you here. Join the club, okay? But if you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me, and that it is what it is. But I feel like I had to deal with that a lot in high school. A lot of people knew me. Some people fuck with me. A lot of people didn't. Okay? And it is what it is. I don't really give a fuck. Like, I had to stop giving a fuck back then because I was so tired of people telling me shit like, oh, you think you all of that, and ain't even had a fucking conversation with me. Like, what you want me to do with that? I think I'm all that. What the fuck am I supposed to think about myself? What I'm supposed to think about myself? That I'm shitty? Like, I'm supposed to think I'm ugly? I'm supposed to think that don't nobody want me? Like, fuck out of here. Just because you feel like that about yourself don't mean I'm gonna feel like that about me. I am beautiful. I am God's creation, okay? I wasn't supposed to be here, but I am here, which means I was meant to be here. I was meant to do what I'm doing. I was meant for y'all to see my face, whether it got acne or makeup on it, bitch. It was meant for us to be here, okay? And we gonna be here. You know, I learned a lot from this episode. I feel love for myself. So, you know, live your life. Promote yourself, all right? And don't let other people dictate the way you promote yourself. Don't let other people dictate the way your image is spread across the world or across the internet, whatever. Be yourself. Be proud of who you are. Love yourself. Treat yourself, okay? And subscribe to my channel. All right, love y'all. See y'all in the next one.